The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clanarchy for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussions. Ring gang radio.
Yes, the final card, the final fight of the weekend, and by far the fight of the fight of the weekend for sure, and the fight of the year candidate. Regis Prograis, Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor, not only for the WBA and the IBF, the super lightweight titles,
but the Ring Gang Radio belt.
Yeah.
At 140.
Exactly.
It's more valuable than the Walmart belt.
Yeah,
exactly.
And all these GameStop belts, y'all niggas awarding people. Oh, you got the yellow M&M belt.
The GameStop Euro Continental belt.
Oh man.
Yeah,
oh, wait till we start franchising.
Yeah, these
franchise GameStop belt.
If you're willing to put enough money, you too can buy your own GameStop belt.
The diamond studded GameStop
Pass it out.
belt. All right, man. I'm sorry, man. Let Pat set this off, man.
Yeah,
we take a sip.
Then of course, we got the World Boxing. And of course, now this is the final of the World Boxing Super Series 140 final. So it's like, and now of course, this thing has been, this thing's been trying to be scheduled forever. It took like Prograis trying to leave the tournament for this thing to actually have a date. So it's just like, finally, it's like, we were just trying to pray that no one got injured or anything, any of that other shit that's been going on. So, yeah, eagerly anticipating. I mean, I know if you listen to our preview, I thought that Prograis was a little bit too rugged for Taylor and would win a decision. Win a decision. I said it in my prediction video as well. But LB made a very rare, astute prediction.
Be bold.
Nah, nigga, it ain't rare. I've been getting predictions all year. Don't cut this shit.
Be bold.
Nigga, you didn't predict the method of victory.
Huh?
That's why you didn't predict the method of victory. This one was a. That's why it's rare.
It's rare because it was a majority decision. And you don't hear those too much in boxing.
Yeah, you don't hear niggas say when they're making bets that they say publicly, it's a majority. They'll say a decision, KO, but they don't go like either it's a KO in the round or what type of decision it's going to be. So that is what. So yeah, he said a majority decision, and it's for Taylor, and I was just like, and like I said, I mean, it was easy because it was a true 50-50 fight on paper. So it's like none of us were really wrong to say what we thought. Just like
But just be real, a lot of y'all niggas were sleeping on Taylor, and I was banking on that because y'all slept on Ramirez. So I knew when y'all picked Prograis, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go Taylor. Like, he had tougher fights, tougher opponents. Like, he more developed, and it showed. GOAT artist, GOAT prediction. Team Josh Taylor, nigga, what's up?
All right, nigga, relax.
This guy.
Hey, hold on. Let me get my Pat moment in the sun with my Salido.
Please don't run this into the ground. God damn it.
Hold on. How many people were picking Taylor though?
Actually, there was a couple. There was quite a bit of people picking Taylor. Not here.
Because this fight had a lot of the nationalistic stuff behind it. Pretty much American Prograis.
How many Americans were picking Taylor?
How many Americans knew who Taylor was? Let's.
Then that answer my question. Then
yeah, I know. I'm like.
But everybody got access to the same fights. Niggas was sleeping. Niggas like, dude. End of the day, people fell in love with Prograis' dominance, and I said that. Mm-hmm. He looks so better. This, that. He's not struggling. This. Meanwhile, Josh Taylor giving niggas hard fights, shooting the fade. Oh, but he could box a little more. Fuck it, digging in his shit, uppercuts, hooks, da. Oh, he struggled with post off. Postal's somebody's best opponent. So I mean, which one is it? So he does all that, niggas still, nah. Prograis looks so pretty when he moves his head and he dips low and does his, his defense. Yeah, but he keep his fucking lead hand down. Josh Taylor keeps his fucking hands up. And when he closes the distance without jabbing, his fucking lead hand is right by Prograis' face. So all he got to do is just turn his hand over. He's connecting. So he was putting consistent hands on Prograis the whole fight with bigger punches. And whenever Prograis wanted to back up and wanted to box, Taylor wasn't having it, and he fought the nigga. Because you know why? Prograis wasn't used to fights.
Taylor he came in with a better strategy. He was aware of where Prograis is like at his strongest, which is when Prograis decides to box. If you decide to box with Prograis, you have to deal with the arsenal that is his left and his power shots. So he more or less kind of did like a similar to Margarito and just got in his face.
But then Taylor got tagged though. That's the thing. I mean, Taylor got tagged a lot.
He did.
It wasn't like it was like flawless boxing. Taylor.
It wasn't. Tagged though.
But like he was kind of playing, he was putting himself in positions to be tagged more than he should have. Honestly, I wasn't really a fan of the method that he went through with the fight, even though it worked for him.
I think that was the best approach he could have had for that type of style of matchup. Like, the shit that Taylor excels at, Prograis was like a mystery in. We never seen Taylor. We never seen Prograis have to really fight anybody. Everything's always controlled for him. So Taylor said, fuck it, I might have to take some extra hits. I'm tough. And he stayed on his ass. He wore Prograis down. Yeah, he took some hits.
Yeah, I went in thinking it would be the opposite, that Prograis would wore Taylor down and Taylor's legs would be gone by the second half.
He tried with the body
his legs were in some of the later rounds, his legs were looking like he was almost, ready to go. And then he turned the tide. He showed resilience. I'll give Taylor that.
Because Taylor had the muscle memory. He used to them shits. Remember, there was times in the Postal fight where he took little dips, even the Baron check. But he always, whenever you thought Taylor would be in a little lull, and there was times where Prograis would kind of try to pick it up and try to see if he could kind of swing the momentum in his favor when there's a little lull, and then all of a sudden Taylor will fucking explode and push Prograis back because he knew how fights were.
But also another thing to mention too is that in the middle of the fight, around round 5 or so, Prograis got his nose broken. It was noticeable too. Like because it's when a broken nose, you have a hard time breathing. I think that's what probably. I think that's the first sign that you can see Prograis starting to have a little difficulty in the ring. Because like I said, I don't think he had ever had his nose broken before, and you can tell that he was having trouble trying to breathe.
He's never been hit that many times. Like Prograis. And I'm not saying Prograis had trash competition, because he didn't. He had some solid dudes, but I feel like Taylor had solid dudes in less time, and they were fighter developing fights. Those fights were detrimental to who he became right now. Whereas Prograis didn't have any type of gut checks which allowed him to grow. No one pushed him. Taylor's been pushed, and we sometimes underestimate what being pushed could do to you. Some people grow smaller.
Yeah, I guess the other way also to look into it is where Taylor had his approach and then also Prograis had his moments. Because I'd say towards the beginning, you could see what Prograis was trying to do, and then towards the middle and going further down, it looked more and more like Taylor's fight. But if anything, it was a close fight. If anything, I'd like to see a rematch.
Yeah, Taylor was one thing that used to even when he was fighting on the inside too. The one thing that I was impressed about, he was able to create his shots. Even in this small amount of space, he was able to use his forearms and his wrist to really create these shots. And when tagging Prograis, and Prograis got tagged often, and that's what I was like, man. It was
and with big shots. I was like, Taylor landed the cleaner shots. His punches were moving Prograis.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, that's a lost art right there. That's to be able to create space on the inside like that. You know how he cheated like that?
Oh, my bad.
Damn, nigga.
Damn.
Nah. Fuck
That's how
that.
you
You
know
gotta
how-
share it with everybody.
Yeah, that's how real this show is. Like, yo, we eating snacks, we having drinks.
Yeah, fucking Welch's fruit snacks. I had to take a snack break.
Oh, okay.
He needs that energy.
Let me
I was
find
like-
some gummy bears.
I was honestly shocked that fucking Taylor was even able to see anything with that fucking left eye closing like that. Like,
He glad it closed at the end, but to me, it's like he had the fight won by the time like Prograis couldn't really make a surge. Like he tried, but
well,
tried.
Taylor was holding it for damn near 90% of the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, because there was one right hand that Prograis landed that snapped his head.
yeah, he
all the
hurt
way back.
Taylor. Like he hurt Taylor late in the fight. Yeah.
Yeah, and Taylor went to holding mode. Like he was, like I was like, if only it was just gonna list a little bit earlier in the fight, you know.
I mean, Prograis had 12 rounds. Shit, what the fuck? And the times he was moving back is when he should have been attacking.
Yeah, I mean, because he tried to whip
So-
from the outside.
So that's his fault. Shit.
It's basically the fight of anything. Both of them are now going to know what to do, how to get better, hopefully. So they know what to do about with it. For Prograis, he should now have a better idea of what to do going backwards to set up better traps, as well as now realize that if somebody's trying to get in his face like that, is there any way he can control them or find a way to sneak shots in to dissuade the guy from coming in? For Taylor, because he's already good at like the rough and tumble kind of things, it's more so now that he might also realize quickly that he can't take as many risks like that anymore, or like as much anyway, because you're going to pay for it eventually.
Especially with bigger guys, bigger punchers.
Exactly.
But I feel like he could have been a little more tactful in his approach with Prograis. But I got the gist of what he was trying to do, and it worked. But you know, Prograis undefeated. He's not gonna lay down.
It almost backfired on him. Really?
Nah, that shit ain't almost backfired. How? When he got hurt late in the fight? It's a fight. You could get hurt. Like
Right.
that's not a backfire if someone punch you back.
The ultimate backfire.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have he took. I don't know. I felt like it was too many unnecessary risks he took, and when he was
Nigga,
up,
boxing his wrist, like, dog, and that's why we get these fucking scary ass fights, because niggas think like that.
but you don't. You can be tactical without being scary and not be like unnecessary. Like the hell, like
I'll say just to, because I understand exactly what you're talking about, but it's also kind of like we're talking like, well, outside of us just simply knowing what we're seeing from outside in, it's also a bit of like a hindsight 2020. For in Taylor's perspective, it's just like, this is my first go with this guy. I don't 100% know what he's going to do, but we do have this game plan. And if it seems to be kind of working, what's the corner going to say? Just keep at it. Just keep at it. Just keep at it.
Because he
And
was
mistakes will happen.
Prograis.
And that was like the thing about it. It's like, actually, it's kind of funny. This is going to be a throwback to what LB likes to say. If you're the big dude, be a big dude.
Right.
true.
I mean, it's funny I say that because when I spar smaller people, I don't fight big. So PJ know, because PJ seen it. So
Yeah, I know. But
they know. Like, I don't even fight. If I fight big, I'll fight a big nigga fighting big. Like,
yeah, it's so weird. Like the smaller guys I've seen him work with, he just waits and counters. He's a big dude. He just gets in their face so fast.
but it's a strategy. It's you gotta know who hearts you could take. And I feel like Taylor, people got caught up in Taylor attitude.
Yeah.
And people let that shit irritate them. Oh, he's a prick. He's an asshole. He's this, that. But he knew he's a hard fighting dude. He knew he wasn't backing down. He knew, and I think that kind of fucked with Prograis a little.
Right.
You know, Prograis used to having everything his way in these fights. You know, he hits guys and they wilt. You know, they miss punches because he's moving his head. But the thing is, if you hold your hand, see with Prograis, it's the approach. If you hold your hand, if your boxing stance, your set is correct or modified to where you're holding it in the proper position to punch your opponent, then you'll eat up guys who do that all that head movement and shit with their hands down. Because all you got to do is close the distance and be up on them. So if your arms, your fists are right by their chest and their head. So all you got to do is basically move your hands. If you do uppercuts, you saw the right hooks were tagging Prograis all night. The uppercuts to the body, uppercuts to the head. It's like his hands were always in position to touch Prograis, and that's why he was just racking up points. Like, it shit was just like I don't know why no one ever even looked at that way as far as like for Prograis. Everybody tried to.
Because Prograis was hitting so damn hard. That's part of the reason why.
Huh?
Like you said before, Prograis was blowing through his competition. That's it, and he hits hard. That's what I think most people would just, they didn't like. I mean, like I said, Taylor had a strategy, but he still got fucked up in the process. But it worked. I think that's the thing. I mean, I don't think, and not a lot of fighters actually would try that type of strategy. I mean, like I said, that either they'd either fight.
It was the best for Prograis though. Like I'm trying to think like with Josh Taylor's physical attributes, his dimensions, and everything he offers, all the good shit he has. I'm trying to think what other strategy he could have used that would have been effective against Prograis. I kind of feel like how P felt, where if he kind of refined that strategy a little bit, maybe it would look better. But I still had him winning 7-8 rounds.
Yeah, I mean,
he had like at the very least 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wasn't a close fight to where 6 rounds or nothing.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that one bozo scorecard.
Fuck no, that dude needs to get hard and feathered. Yeah. The whole fucking scores that night, like I didn't get to see all of the Ricky Burns and Lee Selby fight, but when I heard the end, I heard like 115.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but get that out of here. Like,
just need to be hit over the head with a bottle of Guinness.
Yeah, we ain't gonna use no Guinness. No, use a Guinness drought.
There you go.
Bullshit. We ain't using no regular Guinness. Nah, nigga. No good tasting shit. We'll throw a damn Miller Lite at your fuck ass.
Well, it's in England, so we have to think about like what's a low end England beer, I guess.
Oh.
Every beer is low end.
Oh wow! All right.
Wow, damn. All right, so no one attack us on the Ring Gang Worldwide Tour when Pat step out. No one throw beers at us.
Just look for the big nigga and just throw it at him.
Yeah. What is going to several
like
big
security.
niggas? Big nigga with damn, all these big niggas wear glasses. Let me see. The nigga, throw him at Dwight Howard. Fuck it.
Oh wow.
If I say glasses, you be like, damn. Well, hold on. Rome got glasses.
I mean, it's England. They throw like acid and they shoot bow and arrows, legit. Yeah, so like, I mean, that
what the fuck, Robin Hood stepping to us?
Yeah, we don't want all that. We just want like prime WCW level fuckery.
Yeah, I don't need a top boy episode. Don't fucking pull up with acid on motorcycles and shit. Nah, nigga.
Yeah, I do not want to like come outside and see Sully waiting for me.
Yeah,
I'm chill with that.
I mean, niggas will get medieval on my ass out there, if I fuck around.
Bows and arrows and shit.
I know, bows and arrows. They're gonna be like, oh, what blood?
No, Prograis probably wish he had some bows and arrows. Oh man, but we got a really good fight. There was no fuckery. The right guy won, even though that one scorecard was bullshit. But we got a great fight, and both guys were humble.
Yep.
Yeah, Prograis was especially like he didn't make no. He was like, I lost the fight. It is what it is. I learned from it, and that's all you can do. That's championship.
Exactly.
He got to put his hands up, man. It's like you got to know when to have your hands down, like the full guard, half guard. You got to know. You got to feel it, man. Because
I was
a lot
gonna
of those
say,
punches.
do you think Prograis needs to see that tutorial?
He might. I don't know. He might. He might, man. We giving him out today. I mean, because it's basic shit. I know people looking at it, but we seeing this shit. Like, I know generations of fighters are different. I don't know if these guys out here watching the amount of boxing we watching, the tapes and shit. I don't know that. I'm just saying from what I seen. Taylor was picking off some shots from Prograis. You know, he had his hands up, he was backing up. So I don't think he ate everything, but he did get hit quite a bit from Prograis. But he hit him more, so
exactly.
it is what it is. I mean, that you know, who puts out the most damage on the motherfucker, and that's what Taylor did. The reason why I called it a majority decision is I felt like one judge was going to give Prograis the benefit of the doubt too fucking much. And what happened? Somebody had it 114.
I didn't have a gripe with that one, but I mean,
fuck that, man.
I didn't agree, but I didn't have a gripe with it. Yeah, depending on how
then don't have a gripe for 117, 112, then, nigga.
That was kind of
no, because now you giving the other motherfucker the benefit of the doubt. So you can't say, well, one motherfucker get the benefit of the doubt, you're like, also okay. When another nigga get the benefit of the doubt, you're like, hold on, wait, chill.
Just off like first listen, like 117 to 112 just sounds too wide. But
114 sound bad too. That's why I said, look, when you make predictions, you gotta do it in a way where you gotta account for the fucking imbeciles out there. I said majority decision because I knew one motherfucker was gonna give Prograis the benefit of the doubt too fucking much, and look what happened. 114, fuck out of here. That nigga lost clearly.
No, I agree too.
It's a close fight, but a clear close fight. Just like with niggas with Hopkins and Taylor. You can't fucking expect to win a fight when motherfucker you start in the 8th round to fight. So when you lose 115, 113 on 6 scorecards, then yeah, nigga, you lost a close fucking fight. No robbery. Niggas kill me with that fucking shit. God damn. Get me started. No fucking benefit of the doubt. 114, nah, nigga, you lost, nigga. Shit. 117, 112, just as bad. Cause one nigga is sucking Taylor dick, the other nigga sucking Prograis dick.
Goddamn, okay.
No, that's what it was, nigga. We giving benefits of the doubt and shit.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, I'm just saying though, like, yeah, I'm glad the right guy won, and fuckery aside with niggas giving the benefit of the doubt, you at least had 115, 113 right in the middle on some like, look guys, calm down. You know, boxing eyes have worn us through. And we got one scorecard that was on point.
Yeah. The 117 was the only scorecard for me that was not on point. That was not
here another motherfucker giving God. Nah, y'all niggas mad because Taylor fucking Prograis lost that shit. Fucking, he ain't getting no damn draw.
I'm okay with the fact that.
Nah, it was no draw, man. Like, he lost that shit.
I'm okay with the fact that Prograis lost because it really just did boil down to, in terms of engagement and who was pushing and everything else like that, you can't argue against what Taylor did. Taylor will always edge out in that sense.
Yeah.
But if anything,
to give Prograis a draw is like, come on. It's just as bad as making Taylor look like he had a shutout when he didn't. That's disingenuous.
Yeah, because
so
at the very
bad
least,
scores either way. Like, I can't say one score is bad and the other one good.
If anything, I would say the main focus score is the 115, 113, and the rematch.
Both scores were bad. Just one felt badder than the other. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense.
You know what it is? We want to see, like, we want to give the underdog or someone lost. We're cooler with them giving someone who lost the benefit of the doubt. But the guy who won, if he wins too big, we don't want to see that, because then it's like we gotta help in the system.
That fight.
Yeah, there was
that fight didn't seem like a damn 117, 112 shit. Like, it didn't,
but it didn't seem like the 114. I didn't leave that fight thinking like, damn, man, I wonder who won that shit.
No, absolutely.
So if you feel like, if that's what I'm saying, like, it's like you're saying one thing, but your heart is saying another thing. You can't say, well, yeah, man, Prograis definitely won that, and then say on the other hand, But I don't really have a problem with 114, 114.
Because a draw is indicative of how close it was. Depending, I was close but clear. But at least 114 to 114 is not correct to me. But it's closer than what it was than 117, 112.
See, that's the thing, man. It's like, but nah, cause we've had too many fucking draws with niggas doing that stupid shit.
117. You're telling me 9 rounds?
I'd rather the fucking guy who won the fucking fight clearly get the fucking extra point than a motherfucker who lost clearly give him an extra point, so it's a fucking draw.
So let me just hop in real quick here. If anything, the main thing still is what I said. The guy who picked 115, 113 was the most accurate.
Yes.
Of course, that's the first thing I said.
That's why I had it too.
He had the best score.
Yeah, but hang on. It's just right now you guys are going at a point of semantics where you're going back and forth, back and forth. We know 115, 113 is like what it is. We're right now just splitting hairs. If anything, there was only one other fight that the score would be like 117 with the other one, or if not worse, and that's like another fight from another card. That night.
No, the reason because the semantics is important because if you have a whole bunch of people thinking like that, it creates the group think. So it's like we could punish motherfuckers for doing good, and then we reward motherfuckers for coming close. Nah, nigga, you lost. You don't get no fucking draw.
I mean, I don't look at it as rewarding him. I mean, I don't know.
To me, that's what it is, though.
But here's the thing, though.
If he's not losing and he's getting a draw that you don't think he deserved, he's getting rewarded.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like I said, in the end, we couldn't control what those judges were thinking.
True.
So even though we definitely have what our thoughts and opinions about it, in the end, it's whatever the name of that person is, whoever that judge was, they decided to say 114. That was probably a point where they just weren't paying attention. Maybe they were on their phone or something like that.
Oh yeah, because the phantom punched him in the fucking eye. His shit swole up. He couldn't see the rest of the fucking fight.
Exactly. His left eye got hurt too.
Yeah. Everybody was fucking hit in the eye that night. Like shit.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we pretty much, we pretty much saw David Price get retired on that card too.
Yeah. He must have pulled up that damn 114 scorecard.
he was the judge.
I don't know, man.
Got David Price as a last-minute substitute. Like coming back to the judge's table, even though he's stumbling, Derek Chisora is apparently carrying him to the chair.
Oh, man, I'm just saying, it was a good fucking fight. I'm just saying, it just.
If anything,
I get P's point. Like, I get P's point.
I just want to add this, and then I'll let you just finish that. If anything, what we're talking about in terms of scoring, whether it's rewarding or not, that's like a subject in its own. I'd say let's save that for like something to make it as a subject matter. But go ahead.
I'm just shell shocked when all these draws got me traumatized. So I got like post-traumatic PTSD.
Yeah, you do, nigga.
I don't want to hear no fucking 114 when I seen somebody lose clearly. Like, dude, like nigga, like I know niggas probably listen to this. Like, god damn, how do you
You think like LB was at D-Day or something like that, but it's just a bunch of like artillery of missiles. It's just with the word draw.
Anytime LB gets 114, his arms just go up in the air.
Dies over a table.
Nigga come home from school like, hey, yo, so LB, how was your boxing tournament, man? What happened? Man, we had a draw. What, you didn't win? Nah, you didn't lose? No, go back. But everybody left. No, you go back and you win, nigga. You better beat somebody ass. You don't come on a fucking draw. Yeah, here's a pen and a paper. You can draw. Yeah, fuck 114. Goddamn. Don't get me started, man.
Anyway.
Oh, man. So this how niggas be thinking, be like, damn, man, this motherfucker be damn sounding like he about to go off and shit. Like, like how many times, like, what's the stories? How many times y'all fought this nigga? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, everybody gonna have that damn, well, I fought LB back in, 2017. He got mad because I said this one fight was a draw and it should have been.
Why are you making a sermon right now? Yo,
He was
I
like,
got this fight back in 2017. You know, the pow, you know, the 114.
oh man.
You
But
know,
now, all I'm saying is like there could be robberies, even though the scores could be close, or it could be around the piece. Because what's wrong is wrong, what's right is right. That's all I'm saying. And
but the important thing though, LB, is the right man won.
which is true. Which I am so grateful for that, because you had a great boxing weekend. You had a 50-50 fight that fucking lived up to the hype. As all the other unification 50-50 fights we got this year, we haven't had a bad one yet.
Exactly. That's why I'm waiting.
Well, no.
Oh, hey, wait, hang on, Pat.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Pat's got his lawyer outfit on. He's like Phoenix Wright. He's gonna yell objection.
I just said it. Canelo versus Jacobs was a bad unification fight.
It was a stinker.
They keep bringing me back.
Underwhelming.
It was more of a bit of a stinker. That's about it.
Underwhelming.
It was a bad fight. Yeah, it was.
I wouldn't say bad. I guess.
It was.
It was average. No. In the grand scheme of things, for this year, it was bad. If it was
Yeah, I guess
last
it
year, it
compares
was
it,
an average fight.
Yeah,
Nigga,
if you're comparing like all the other unification fights, yeah, the Canelo Jacobs fight's on the low end.
Yeah, trash.
It is the low. It's the lowest end. It sucked.
And I don't even look at that as a real
but however,
unification
Pat,
fight.
We do know how you have your opinions about Saul.
Well, what was getting unified? The damn Golovkin leftover belt? Like, nigga. What the fuck? Nigga, honestly, I didn't even look at that fight.
It's just a belt with pieces of meat left on there, like pieces of veggies.
Fucking steroid needles on one side. Pictures of some cows.
It's like a glass of water, like a jug of water nearby.
Fucking Avengers logo. Golovkin's face.
It's like every previous thing that happened that year is just on there. So like Endgame is on there, like tickets to Endgame, all these other movies that just happened.
Derevyanchenko's title shot getting snapped.
It's like only two of the stones are left after the snap.
Oh man, it's like, damn, you know what? Lemieux not even gonna be in 160 anymore. Snap, and it's like, oh shit, he's gone. So it's like, damn.
He's been meant to leave. He's been meant to leave 160 for the longest time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyway, are we going to go into the other card now?
You missed all that.
But hold on, no. My nigga, you want to talk more boxing. My nigga want to talk more boxing.
But for Taylor, I'm talking about for Taylor though. Like I mean, his eye. I mean, the eye, and he also had one of them Tyson Fury cuts, so he's gonna be down for a little bit. He's not gonna be.
He'll fight next March.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's not gonna be. I mean, yeah, the Ramirez fight is gonna be there as long as Ramirez gets past Postal. But yeah, he's not gonna be fine for a little bit.
That's not even an if. If he gets past Postal, like fuck Postal.
Great value.
I mean, it made Josh Taylor a better man.
Damn. Great value. Pitchco manages to help somebody else.
Yep. There you go.
But yeah, definitely.
I test.
But definitely, though, that fight was a fight of the year candidate for sure. And like I said, it's been a streak of all the big fights, at least within the last month that delivered. That delivered on a level that shouldn't have, that we didn't expect it to be. So, yay for boxing fans.
Okay, so to reel back into because it's WBSS, so is the Monster Donaire fight the next one?
Yes.
Okay, and when's that again?
November 7th.
Oh, okay.
It's a Thursday. It's a Thursday.
Thursday?
Thursday.
A Thursday?
Morning.
The fuck?
Thursday morning.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
I'm at work, nigga.
Who is it?
I'm either at work or teaching class. I'm like, who would do be like, yo, let's pick a Thursday? Well, we're not college students.
Yeah, at a random ass time, but
Interesting night was years ago.
It's all good. But shit, hold on. So wait, the whole clique is here. My nigga PJ still want to talk some more boxing. Y'all want to do the Canelo fight now?
I'm with it.
Sure.
We can knock that one out.
Yeah. It's also I find it interesting because
I'll do it if Pat doesn't get too emotional over it.
about Saul.
I want to do that shit tomorrow because it's midnight.
Damn, but we got the whole gang here, nigga. Like,
Come on, Duchesne. Come on, Duchesne. You can stay up.
Yeah. Since we're like we never have we rarely have all the Avengers together. Like
you about to get Daddy Jacobs ready for another fight?
We gotta have a hard cutoff on Sundays if we do these Sundays podcasts. A hard cutoff time.
define hard.
It's the African in him talking.
Hard.
He's basically sounding like his dad right now.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, it's late. We've been out for 2 hours, bro.
Okay, damn. All right. Sorry, PJ. Dad said you can't spend the night. We can't play Xbox all night. Shit, man.
Damn, I gotta take the bus home? Okay.
Alright, fucking African parents, man. Damn.
Hey, I ain't gonna say that shit. African parents are all connected, so my parents will find out somehow, and I'm just gonna get my ass beat. So no, I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'll say it for you. I don't want you to get. Oh man, damn. Okay.
That's how the African community is. You don't know who knows each other, so you'd be like, oh, this parent doesn't know each other, and then all of a sudden your parents is like, oh, I heard you were around this person, and I heard you said this. Why? And all of a sudden a backhand hits you before you can answer.
Damn. I don't need a pootie tang set of hands throwing me into a wall. So sorry, Pat.
You know what? African parents are so mysterious with how they catch you sometimes. It might as well be.
I don't want to go to the mail and
even right now
yoke me up like the fucking Jeepers Creepers.
Even right now, to this day, if I hear my dad yell my name louder than usual, I get scared. Like it's just embedded in me because they'll say your name fully. That's how you know they're pissed.
Yeah. If my mom said my first and my middle name, that's how I knew I was in trouble.
Damn, y'all parents work out, cause my pops, he just say my fucking the letter in my the first letter of my name. He ain't saying no fucking name.
He just says J. That's it.
But that J stretch out and you be like, God damn,
J.
Man, he's missing the whole fucking thing.
I just hear my name. If I hear my full name, something's up.
Yeah. If I hear my full name, my full middle name, I know it's something I don't want to do or something that I'm gonna get ringed out about.
Dignified ass parents out there.
Yeah. If I hear my full name, not just my first and middle, the full name, I'm basically hearing Bill Duke in my head just saying, you done fucked up, right? You done fucked up, right?
Y'all look some Tronvarius Mitchell Tatum, come back here. Nigga saying the whole name.
Here's the other thing, and I'm sure Pat can vouch for this. This is how sinister African parents are. They'll call you over. They'll ask you to sit down next to them. Then they'll ask you, how was your day? Even though you know it's a setup.
Yeah.
They're okay. My day was okay, but I want to talk about this real quick. I'm like, you could have just started with this right away. What's with this unnecessary setup? What's with this main event? Give backstories unnecessary before the fighters walk out.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Cut a trailer out before the ass whooping.
Yo. And you know it's a trap, but you can't do anything about it.
Nah, nigga. You ever had Morgan Freeman narrate your ass whooping?
Might as well be for some of the things I took over the years.
Oh, man. But so sorry about that, y'all. Pat don't want to talk about the Canelo Kovalev fight, so I think we'll just
versus Kovalev.
We'll just call it a night.
Yeah,
we'll make some B-roll for you guys.
Yeah, so
according to Big Faces, he says that's what we need to do. Just put B-roll out there.
So y'all just got this the little after show of the podcast instead of Canelo Kovalev preview. But
we still need to have that episode about like pancakes and waffles and shit like that. I still
But
need to get to that.
you will get the Canelo Kovalev preview. You know.
Yeah, I probably won't be there, but yeah, it'll happen.
So hold on, wait. Let P get his little prediction and then we good. So I won't say nothing about it. Let PJ just say his little piece on it, and we could just end it like that. Since he ain't gonna be on the one, just lay your little prediction out, bro.
Go ahead, P.
No, King P, nigga. I mean PJ.
Wrong P. We got 2
Yeah, you said P and then you said PJ, so I got confused.
Yeah.
Then I said Patscorpio.
We got too many P's around here.
Too many fucking. Look, okay.
No, we need a piece, bro. Anyway.
Yeah. We got too many. Look.
Nah, you can never have enough.
Just give you a prediction for Canelo Kovalev. I said that right, PJ, right? PJ.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the strategies of either one getting the win, but if I had to pick somebody, I am going to say as a quick hot take, Canelo late stoppage body shot. However, I can also see Kovalev decision via outboxing.
So which one is it?
Wow. Hold on, what did King P say?
So which one is it?
Yeah, which one is it, nigga?
To spite Pat, I'm gonna pick Saul.
Yeah, that was gonna say you was doing a whole hedging of bets.
Hey, that's how Pat rolls.
Damn,
I listen to what he says about gambling. He has his winner, but he has a cover up. But yeah, I'm picking Canelo. Either by decision or stoppage.
I mean, decision, the safest bet in boxing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's Canelo, so you know decision is always going to be in his favor.
Yeah. So I don't know if, I don't want to speak to the gamblers out there, but y'all keep that in mind when y'all placing those bets.
Just talk to Pat. Not even me.
Nah, don't talk to Pat. Talk to the nigga that did Taylor by majority decision.
Well, there's a soothsayer right there.
Nigga.
There's Pat, who's like the gambling expert. I'm pretty much just that drunk outside the bodega. Papi, listen to me, papi. You know Canelo, he got the head movement, so Canelo win.
Oh man, but yeah, we'll see how it unfolds. We'll give our takes for the fight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Papa Pat, damn, let us. We gotta be in before the street lights come on and shit. Throw a table outside at us.
Wait till he gets home, has his scrod, and then you guys he reads the newspaper, and then you guys can have your episode.
It is African beer of choice. The Abe Abuchi Nigerian Falls or some shit like.
As I said before, Africans are not too particularly picky. We might have something we lean towards, but we don't care. If it's beer, we'll drink it. We might shit on it, but we'll drink it.
Facts.
So I guess it's final thoughts time.
Yes. PJ, do you have any other final thoughts?
You talking to me?
PJ.
Yeah, nigga.
All I heard was a P.
This nigga said P, and then he's like, "You talking to me?"
No, I said PJ. I said PJ. I didn't say P. I said PJ.
I heard P.
Yes.
I heard P.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so it's 2 against 2.
All right, you go, PJ.
All right, my bad. Final thoughts is, like, even though I came in late for the episode because I wasn't actually expecting it to pop up, but yesterday was a good night of fights. Or if we're counting WBSS, it was a good afternoon and evening of fights. Decisions outside of certain scores were really good. Let me rephrase that. Decisions, even though they were weird, the fights were good. The right person still won in the end. And I am going to give props, especially for the WBSS. They are taking, as much as people get pissy about it, refs are now going to probably stop fights sooner than later, just because of the deaths that have been happening. Now, it might make some fights a bit of a spoiler, but that's fair. But hey, you know what? They have a huge microscope on them. They need to be sure that you stay safe. And yeah, also to add to this, I'm excited for the Prograis Taylor rematch. I'm done.
That's what it is. P, do you have any final thoughts?
This week was a very good week of boxing. It's very rare that I don't sniff my nose up at a fucking fight, but this is one of those weeks where I was happy with all the fights. So let's have more weeks like this where we can have multiple promotions put up fights, and outside of one heavyweight fight that will not be mentioned, all of them are good. So, but knowing all these track records, we probably won't get this until May of 2020. So, whatever.
Also, this is a bit of a random hot take because I know Pat's gonna love this real quick here, because I got a notification on my phone. So Orlando Salido accepted my request to follow him on Instagram, so I can now follow all his shit.
That's just it. You know, you gotta follow.
So why aren't you on there, nigga?
Because I don't be following Orlando Salido like that. That's you.
Damn.
Okay.
You went and followed a GOAT Mexican boxer?
The one that you keep bringing back from the grave every single time. The horse is dead, yet you resurrect him like a necromancer.
The one who didn't win a majority decision?
I watch this fight. That's all I need to do. I watch this fight. That's all I need to do.
All right, I'm derailing. I'm sorry. Go back.
It was my turn. Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Shout outs to everybody that following Ring Gang, all the subscribers. Keep 5-starring the podcast on Podomatic. We really appreciate it. Show us some love on YouTube. I wanted to start this whole YouTube campaign, like the Ring Gang Level Up Challenge. I need y'all to just subscribe to Ring Gang, get us 1,000 subscribers. So let's make that work. 1,000 subscribers before December. So if y'all fucking with Ring Gang, y'all like the podcast, y'all like everything we doing, like the videos, you know, just subscribe, share everything, let your peoples know, you know, we giving you podcasts, predictions, all of that. Got some more training videos coming soon.
And please give us feedback.
And give us feedback, you know.
We want to cater to you.
We cater to you, but we doing our real shit too. You know what I mean, like.
Yeah, we're not gonna bend over backwards for you, but otherwise, like, we want to hear what you're considering, and then we'll adjust.
Yeah, because we like to, you know, engage everybody, and you know, just shout outs to everybody downloading the episode and streaming, all the countries out there. There's too many fucking countries to name all, y'all, but you know, the ones that we consistently see out there, Sweden and Australia, Spain,
And China.
We got mad love for you guys who just happen to just come across our podcast and be like, "Yo, I want to listen more."
So
Even the Cubans that downvote us.
yeah,
Thumbs down.
And the one guy that's gonna dislike us because of the Lara comment, we appreciate you too. And the one asshole that's gonna be like, damn, y'all niggas spent a video, y'all talked 45 minutes about nothing, but I watched the video anyway and they commented.
That nigga's probably from the college.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I take that back. We don't really give a fuck about you, but anyway, it's all
the
good.
skippies.
Yeah, all the people out there getting, you know, stealing them library, internet, you know, to talk shit. you know, we here for you. But in that, y'all just keep Instagram, everything. Just keep up with us, bars and boxing, all that shit. The Pat freestyles. Y'all got follow us on Instagram. Gold Artist got all this shit, the artwork, everything. You know, we put seminars out. We doing everything. Got the y'all check out that new Maverick thing with Shabazz Masood. You know, shout outs to him. He taking over. You know, next prospect up. You know, we gonna try to be in the building for that. Ring Gang taking overseas, nigga.
Yeah, and I'll also add to that, because the Goat Artist, because after the seminar that was done, I explained to everybody about the posters that were done. People all said the same thing. This is hand drawn? I'm like, yeah. But my homie in Florida, they're just like, yo, this shit's amazing. I'm like, yeah. That's why you should follow him, nigga.
Yeah,
And
so,
buy
so,
it.
I mean, yeah.
Buy the posters as well. We sell
Buy the
them.
posters or go to the seminars and buy a
Get your
ticket and
chance
get
to
the
win.
raffle. Yeah. You know, ring game, we give out, you know, we show love.
And
Benevolent.
give it a bit of time. We're doing some editing and some work for it. You'll see some clips and some other highlights from the seminar that happened today.
No doubt. So it's a lot of shit, and we gonna have the fight report from Pat from the Vosdick. So we gonna, you know, have the behind the scenes and ringside look, and you know how that was. So y'all get ready for them articles and shit.
Yeah,
And
but
just-
of course, you know, Forgotten Fade that'll be coming up soon. You know,
Ooh, a Forgotten Fade? Damn.
yeah.
Pat is
Anyone
like
in
the
mind?
secret service of boxing. He's just always behind the scenes. You don't know he's there. As big as he is.
Yo, what real quick, what Forgotten Fade you had in mind?
I don't know just yet. I mean, look, there's still a couple in my mind. Like, I mean, there are
He's
still
going through VHS tapes right now.
no.
That'd be me.
I mean,
Looking
it's
at like a
still-
Graveyard of
line.
tapes. But hold on, what division you trying to do? Because then I want you to do the opposite, so the nigga hearing that bite could do some other stupid shit.
no, I'm thinking about light heavyweight right now.
Ooh, Adam McPaul Briggs.
You know, that might actually be one. That wasn't the one I'm thinking about, but that one we've talked about. I brought it up more than enough times. You know, 'cause
Damn, which one were you thinking about?
again, was it Jeff Harding versus Dennis Andrews? That's even more obscure than that one.
God
but
damn.
and then they fought one. I mean, they destroyed each other in 3 fights, over that damn belt. Over that damn heavyweight belt. So I was like, I was about to use that one, but shit, Briggs and Adam was just as violent. Shit.
That was a good fucking fight. And I thought, you were saying obscure. I thought you was gonna bust out with them Glenn Johnson and Zab's older brother or something. What was it? Daniel
Nah,
Tudor?
I don't even want to watch the fight.
Those are bad fights.
Yeah, right.
I remember that shit on
Those
Friday
are some
night.
really bad fights. Like,
Yeah.
You remember that too?
yeah.
That's like hard.
Yeah, let's
Well,
not,
You know what? I'm thinking they
let's
made
not
like
bring back
10,000
flashbacks.
for that fight.
let's not bring flashbacks of eyesores back, please.
Yeah,
But this is the thing. Look, at the end of the day, you had that bad fight. I think they made the budget was like 10,000 for that fight. So they tried to put a decent fight. So when we see good fights like this weekend, y'all just appreciate them shits.
Because you
Because
never
if you ain't been a fan long enough, you don't know some of the matches we had to damn get.
That is true. You gotta earn them.
Yeah.
Touche.
Some of y'all
Yeah.
ain't earned the right to talk shit about some of these fights we get now. You ain't sat through a fucking Derek Gainer and Marquez. And don't tell me shit about no boring fight.
Oh God.
So yeah. So,
Yeah. Whoa. Now you got to double down on the really bad eyesore fights. God damn.
Yeah,
ring
pretty much-
game.
Yeah, pretty much my Forgotten Fade articles have integrity. Nothing but
Spoken
Forgotten
like an
Fade.
IT person with integrity, secured in a server.
Yeah, like Fade. We like if it's Forgotten Fades, we want Fades to my articles. We want them to be remembered. Like those Fades we just talked about, some of them just need to stay gone. Period.
Yeah. And y'all check the archive. Y'all go to the site with the articles and whenever there's a slow fucking weekend of fights, that's where Ring Game come in with the Forgotten Fades. And we look out for that. That we put the YouTube link with the damn article, so you getting a fucking preview of the fight. And a real preview, not no bullshit you was in their ass type of preview with niggas who don't know fucking boxing. Got an OG motherfucker breaking it down who saw the fucking fight live. Then he give you the link to fucking give you the fucking chance to see the damn fight. So
Yeah, there's some YouTube channels with like old fights everywhere. You just gotta know who has it. Also, there's also the Dat Piff of boxing for some weird reason, which is daily.
whoa. Don't put that out there, bro. Hold on,
Then blip it out.
Don't give them too much. Don't give them too much, because you start giving them too much, then they fucking You know, I don't want niggas to, you know, hit them places up and
shut them down.
So, you know, can't give out the game, you know. Y'all message us for that. But the real one should already know.
Yeah, but no, seriously, post that and flip it out.
Yeah. Y'all know, but anyway, just to get out of this, y'all make sure, cause Pat be killing it with the fucking Forgotten Fade articles. And like PJ said, there's a lot of people who have the old school fights. If y'all don't know which ones to fuck with, we got your back. And Pat, you know, he killed them articles, so y'all look at them shits. Problem solved, right?
Yeah.
Gang shit, nigga, ring gang.
Yes, sir.
Gang.
Yeah, I guess I have
Scrod. Oh man, I'm sorry. We take it too long. I'm sorry, yo. I ain't got nothing else to say. Shout outs to everybody else in Ring Gang, worldwide. Everybody, y'all hit up that Rome EP on Spotify. He killing that shit. Y'all hit up Clanarchy on Bandcamp. He got that out. Soul of the Sword 3. Rome got the romantic. You know, got some dope projects. So y'all enjoy. Gold artists out there. That's it. Pat, take it away.
Yes, sir. So yeah, like I said, you know, just thank you for all the, you know, the downloads and stuff like that. I mean, I've been looking at our Podomatic cats like, fuck, like niggas are really feeding for this shit. Like, it was mad. Like, I can't believe the numbers that we're getting on that. You know, and that's what's up. Yeah, but YouTube, man, like I said, you know, you gotta subscribe. Like, we bring you nothing but that hot shit. So yeah, subscribe and tell your friends, friends. You know, and then we can all be friends. Just subscribe, goddammit. So, yeah, you know, but yeah, we do thank you for your support, and you know, like I said, you know, we will most likely also, you know, make appearance on other live cards in the very near future, as always. You know, we out there. You know, you just never know where we're gonna pop up. So yeah, for myself, you know, Patscorpio, the Marine representative. You know, for LB Shutterworth da Gawd, Go Artist, you know, for King P, Bodega P, for PJ, the referee, who be coming in mad late and shit, you know.
I show up, nigga.
He's working. You know, y'all get off the podcast and it's a wrap. You know, PJ, you know, working. Seminar.
When you're in undisclosed locations, you have to work to stay undisclosed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pat, like, goddamn, like y'all niggas attack me, like, I'm sorry. PJ, just come on time. Jeez.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been, you know, this has been a real talk where, as always, the shit's real, we talk about it. Yeah, so till next time. Peace.
1.
1.
1.
2.